The former First Lady of Zimbabwe, Grace Mugabe, is now a wanted person. A warrant for her arrest has been issued by South Africa following the dissolution of her diplomatic immunity by the state's prosecuting authority. She's facing charges of allegedly assaulting Gabriella Engels, a young model in a hotel in Johannesburg last year. The former First Lady had defended herself, saying it was an act of self-defense, describing the model as intoxicated at the time of the alleged attack. She was later allowed to return home after applying for diplomatic immunity. However, that immunity was overturned by a court this year after she said the victim challenged the decision. The police say they are seeking Interpol's help to enforce the warrant. Well, we are now joined by CGTN correspondent Farai Mwakatuya, and he's in Harare to bring us the latest on this development. Farai, has there been any reaction from Zimbabwe regarding Grace Mugabe's arrest warrant in South Africa, and does she enjoy full immunity from prosecution?
Well, Karen, no official reaction as yet from state authorities here. We do anticipate that they will give some sort of reaction in the coming day or two. No response either from the Mugabe family. Under law, it is only the former head of state, in this case President Robert Mugabe, who enjoys immunity, and not any of his family members, even his immediate family members. And so if required to, and if it came to it, the former First Lady would face charges in any court. And we know that even here in the past, there have been attempts to try and initiate charges against her. I know, she had been implicated at one point in an ivory smuggling scheme, amongst others. So certainly she can be prosecuted.
And how likely would you say it is that Zimbabwe will agree to hand over the country's former First Lady to South African authorities?
Well, I think on one hand, the authorities here may be bound by international law and the need to, keep diplomatic ties in place, and if are compelled to, may then be required to hand her over or cooperate with the investigation that is underway. But my view is that it is very unlikely that President Emmerson Mnangagwa or his administration would want to do something that might embarrass or cause discomfort or affect the former head of state in any way. We know that, he has spoken very glowingly of his predecessor, President Robert Mugabe, recently, saying that he is the founding father of Zimbabwe, that his legacy is intact, and that his government and indeed himself will do anything they can to assist him and to support him. And in that respect, I don't see them doing anything that might affect him in this way. We also know that the former leader is ailing and is not feeling well, and would be dependent and heavily reliant on his wife, the former First Lady, for assistance and in order to support and care for him. And so in that regard and on that basis, I think it would be unlikely that the government authorities here would hand her over to the authorities in South Africa.
Okay, thank you for that update. That was CGTN's correspondent Farai Mwakatuya there in Harare on this latest development.